The Triple I Initiative Showcase has just given us a bunch of new indie games to be excited about. The event was amazing, and I've taken a few of the games and added them to a little list in case you missed any. Let me know in the comments below which you'll be picking up, and let's take a look at all these awesome new games. Starting us off with the game I am most excited about. Normally, as they say, you leave the best till last, but not this time. This is Slay the Spire 2, a deck building roguelike that will have you once again returning to the Spire, but things are definitely different. The tower that we know and love has changed. It's been 1,000 years, that means new enemies are lurking in the corridors, strange events are awaiting you, and unusual treasures are now buried within. The game will be releasing into early access again, and for good reason. The first installment of the game really did benefit from that initial period to sort out all bugs and initial fixes, and most importantly, listen to the community, as we're the ones who really helped shape the game that we have today. The series definitely has more fans now than it did at the beginning, so I expect the community to be even bigger at the start of this one. Slay the Spire 2 will no doubt be a masterpiece. I'll go on record and say that. The first one has set up a brilliant foundation, and if we take what we know from that and add more, then really what can go wrong? If you're looking for a game to play this weekend, this week, or just whenever this year, play the first Slay the Spire, and enjoy the experience while climbing the Spire again. Hitting us with a surprise launch during the event, this game was immediately released onto Steam, and currently sitting with mostly positive reviews. This is Laysara, Summit Kingdom, a city builder strategy game where the places that you'll be building settlements are a little different than most games. Normally if you see a snowy mountain, you'll avoid it at all costs, but not here. In Laysara, we'll thrive on these mountains. The lowlands have changed, and your people can no longer live at ground level. You'll need to move to the mountains and create as many livable towns as possible, all connected and working together as you try to make it work. The conditions aren't exactly human friendly, but this is where you'll need to manage and design the towns to overcome all hardships that will come your way. Laysara Summit Kingdom is a unique city builder where everything you normally know has been thrown out the window, and I am all here for it. It allows you to think of new ways to build, and will always have you second guessing yourself as you try to ensure the mountains are actually a safe place to live. I was actually surprised to see an already released game when watching this showcase, but it actually makes complete sense when you're looking into an early access title. This is Ravenswatch, an action roguelike with co-op, and it's getting a massive update on the 22nd of April with its Fall of Avalon expansion. The new update brings about a new map, new enemies and bosses, and much more. The early access for this game has already gathered lots of positive feedback, and the game really does get frequent updates, with the Fall of Avalon being the third biggest update in this early access journey. Ravenswatch will still remain in the same state for a while, as the 1.0 update probably won't be coming towards the end of this year. But if you're looking for a game that will get lots of updates, this one could be for you. Ravenswatch is a fantastic roguelike that allows you to play with your friends, all while looking at the tales of old folklore. I'm talking Red Riding Hood, the Three Little Pigs, and then the game also takes on mythology as you have the Norse gods. Truly a gem within the genre, and I can't wait to see the next update. I'm so glad to see Prince of Persia has made a comeback of recent. This was one of my favourite childhood games with Sands of Time, so when this next title appeared on my screen, I may have done a little dance. This is The Rogue, Prince of Persia, and oh my does this look amazing. It's an action roguelike side-scroller, as you set off on an adventure to once again save the kingdom from the Hun invasion. The movement in this game is truly stellar. You'll have your iconic wall running skill, but within the 2D side-scrolling universe. This looks like it will take movement to the next level and have you becoming a parkour master as the prince pulls off moves to get rid of the guards blocking the way. Combat will fit right into the movement as you'll be able to slash through, roll under and jump over the Hun guards who stand in your way. It's down to you to figure out the best way to take them down. The rogue, Prince of Persia, is looking to keep the sands of time flowing after a fantastic last title, The Lost Crown. This looks like the game series is heading in the right direction, and I hope we see more spin-offs into different genres in the future. We have another sequel coming out, with the original being a fantastic action roguelike. This is Undermine 2, and it'll be following on from the footsteps of the original game with our little adventurers, heading to the mines to try and gather riches, as our little peasants try to go from zero to hero. This stunningly beautiful game is giving us something we so desperately wanted from the first. That's right, we'll be able to look for gold as a duo now, as co-op will be available for the first time. No longer will you need to solo mine every day. Take a partner who can help you scout, loot, and most importantly, watch your back, as you're definitely not the only ones down here. Undermine 2 has ramped up so much from the first game. The graphics have evolved, but still giving us that pixel realness. The combat will have taken on all the feedback from the original and worked on it, and now we have co-op. Could you ask for any more? Wait, you do want more? Okay, well, okay, on the spot. It will also have full mod and Steam Workshop support, so surely that's enough for all of you now. Sometimes you just see a game and get hyped to play it. You get excited at just the thought of booting it up and playing it for the first time. This is that game, Kill Knight, an over-the-top isometric action shooter that is all about high-speed action and flashy crazy chaos that'll leave you thinking, what did I just do and how do I do it again? Once a loyal knight, betrayed and banished to the abyss, a voice inside you gives you purpose once more, whispering, kill the last angel. I will say this game will probably need a trigger warning due to the flashy nature. All the action is just pure chaos and I'm here for it. You'll have hordes of creatures trying to take you down, swarming around you, as you'll need to cut through them, blast them with a shotgun, and use overwhelming powers to hold yourself together long enough to get through 5 levels of hell to battle the angel that awaits you. Kill Knight is the dark bullet hell I've been waiting for. I see this as a darker Hades, and I can see myself pumping in so many hours trying to reach the bottom floors with different weapons. Remember to just keep pushing forward, as this game will reward the brave who are aggressive instead of those hiding in the corner. Have you ever booted up a game that's about the Middle Ages and thought, it's pretty cool, but it's been done before? Me, I love the Stronghold games, but imagine if it had a little something extra, a little more oomph, something prehistoric maybe. This is Dinolords, a real-time strategy that has you defending against the invading Danes. But this isn't your normal build a castle and defend. These Danes are attacking with dinosaurs, and they mean business. You'll need to gather resources, train your troops, and build defences to try and stop the attack of the dinosaur-welding Danes. Command your troops while being sieged, but worry not. Dinolords also allows you to take full control of your commander. Grab your character and go all hack and slash, as you can lead your troops from the front line. This is RTS meets RPG with a sprinkling of dinos. Dinolords is reinventing the RTS genre, with giving us something unexpected. Dinosaurs invading with the Danes is a fantastic idea, and with this being released into early access, I really hope they can take on board player feedback to make this one of the greatest real-time strategy games of modern times. After the massive success of the hilarious What the Golf, the team has decided it's time to upgrade just from golf and decided a car is the next logical step. This is What the Car, a fun, silly physics adventure where you'll be playing as a car with legs. Nothing strange to see around here at all. You'll need to race through hundreds of unique levels that will have you jumping over hurdles, flying through the sky, or water skiing your way to victory. This is just going to be a non-stop fun game to play. Once you think you've seen it all, the game has more to offer, and will blow your mind again and again. What the Car is basically open world, allowing you to explore the locations and speak to the people around. make new friends, find lost treasures, and seek out ancient hidden puzzles that will definitely make you smarter. Disclosure, this will not make you smarter. What the car will make you laugh, cry from laughter, and maybe roll on the floor with laughing laughter. Take your walking car on a journey of a lifetime as you get to see what life would be like if you could do anything. September seems so far away though, so it's a fantastic job that the demo was released during the showcase. The demo is surely bound to make you want to get a time machine so that you can fast forward to September to finally play the full release. Getting an update on this game was one of the highlights of the showcase to me. I actually added this game in a video over a year ago and wishlisted it all the way back then, so seeing the name Gestalt pop up, my dreams had finally come true. This is Gestalt, Steam and Cinder, a beautiful pixel Metrovania that is set in a bleak steampunk world, where robots and strange horrors roam the steam city of Canaan. Combat is always a massive part of a Metrovania, and boy does this look promising. Use your gun to fight from afar, and wait for the perfect moment to get in close with your sword. This is fast flowing action, and it'll test your skills as you jump to avoid getting hit and dodge when the going gets tough. Boss fights seem like they might end up taking up the whole screen, so be prepared to experience death a few times, until you can fully understand and overcome the difficult challenges set in place. Gestalt, Steam and Cinder looks beautiful. There is something about this steampunk world that just makes me want to explore and see what secrets it holds. The pixel graphics are a massive win for me, as it's my favourite art style within games, and we don't have to wait long. May is right around the corner, so let's all get excited for this stunning game and add it to your wish lists. The base building genre is normally pretty chill, getting to build an area, a town, or even just one building. One kind of last defense bastion that all humanity hangs onto. Well, now it's time for us to build that building in Cataclismo, a real-time strategy based building where instead of a town or anything big like that, we'll be building the last bastion for humanity, and the only hope left. Literally, one brick at a time. You might be thinking about that last comment, one brick at a time, and that's because this isn't your typical building game, where the buildings are complete and you just plop it down wherever you want. During the day when it's safe, you'll be building your bastion with Lego inspired bricks, as you design and build whatever you believe will be the best thing at holding back the invasion of horrors, trying to get into your gates for food. Place your units on walls, watchtowers, or whatever you've built to hopefully protect the bastion you've made. Don't defend, and you could see it falling down in front of you. Cataclismo will completely bend the rules of a traditional RTS and building game to give us something very unique, a game that could hopefully span other games using a similar system, as I'm really looking forward to giving this one a go. Time to get my Lego out from somewhere and start practicing. This game looks like it was set within the Steamboat Willie universe. Whilst Mickey was taking care of Pete, on the other side of town we have a more gritty Mouse who is a private detective for hire. This is Mouse, a cartoon action first person shooter, as our PI Mouse is on the task to clear this noir city of all the crooks and cronies. Taking inspiration from the cartoons of the 1930s, this game is like if Doom and Bioshock had a baby, but it appears in a smoky noir film. You'll need to move around the environment to ensure your mouse isn't going to get sent packing, as you can look for explosive grey barrels, hanging pianos that are conveniently placed over a few bad guys, and anything that might be useful on your little adventure. Mouse is a light-hearted shooter. Not two words I'd normally put together, but that's the idea of this cartoon style. In a world that's black, white and grey, you'll need to ensure that you're the one leading the corruption out of the city that you call home. What happens when you mix gods and guns? You get a brilliant open world RPG that's bound to get people talking. This is Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn, and the story alone has already got me sold on this game. The door to the great below has opened, allowing the gods and legions of dead to rise up once again and come back to conquer and control the lands. Join in humanity's last stand as you try to put the gods back in their place. God of War really sold the god killer vibe, and I'm really glad to see we have it here in Flintlock as well. You have the big axe, but the thing Kratos didn't have was a gun. You'll aim to become a god killer, as the gods who once ruled over the land have come back to try and rule once more. Travel to new areas from lush forests to isolated mountains. The gods are waiting for you. Show them you are worth the wait. Flintlock: The Siege of Dawn is set to be a RPG lover's delight, with open world travel that shows the world changing after altercations with the gods and how humans were pushed into a corner. Sometimes all you need is a badass warrior with an axe and a gun to put the world right once again. And that is just a sprinkling of all the games that were shown at the III initiative. I would definitely recommend that you go check out all the games that were announced on the Steam page, and if you're anything like me, you'll end up wishlisting pretty much 90% of them, and now we just have to sit and wait patiently for most of them to be released. I thank you all so much for watching. This is something a little different, but thank you, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye bye!